Hello, Rob Tepper here, and another segment from the jacuzzi. Wanted to share with you today a little bit about my why. From the time that I was out of college and thinking about having kids, I knew from my own experience from growing up with a father who was an entrepreneur, who owned his own business, who had to work nights and weekends on a regular basis, who was rarely able to come to my events and my activities. I knew for sure that I did not want that for my kids. So my plan was always to prioritize my kids, and I had very specific plans, one of which was to be retired at the age of 40. And I came so close to getting there, but that is a whole another story for another day. But the point is that I always kept the kids a priority. Now they're 24 and 23 years old, and I just had a chance to spend a week with them. We went skiing up at Mammoth, which is about a 7-hour drive, and spent really good quality time. I've managed to nurture that relationship in spite of the fact that my plan to retire at 40 didn't happen. By the time that I was 40, my kids were already 10, 11 years old, and so they already had a lot of activities, and I was very involved from the get-go. As an employee, I managed to take my lunch hours around their activities. We had flex time, and I always snuck out and got out to do that. Even though I wasn't where I wanted to be in terms of retired, you have to make choices, and I was lucky that I had the flexibility in my job as an engineer to do that. And I'm sure many of you don't have quite that flexibility, and a bad boss can make any position that you're in a nightmare. So hopefully you're not in a nightmare situation. But the point is that while you are out to achieve that goal of retiring, to spend all the time that you can doing the things that you love, in my case being with my kids, you can't give up everything along the way. And I gave up a lot to be an entrepreneur. I gave up a tremendous amount, and my family and friends will tell you. And if I had to do it all over again, I would. But I think that with the lessons that I've learned, I would succeed more quickly. And my goal now is to work with people like you who are motivated and ambitious, and to leverage the 4 years that I've been online to help you to achieve your why, to find a position wherever you're at in life, to be able to get to that point of, in my case, freedom to spend time with my kids. Well, they're not kids, so now it's more about time with my friends, and that's a huge priority for this year. I'm going to be doing that this year. I hope that I'll be seeing a lot of you. But the point is that my business partner and I are now at a point where we have the experience not only to be building our own business, but to be working with a few of you to do the same thing. So if you don't have the right option to achieve your why, to leave where you're at and to get to where you want to get to, then we need to speak. So click on the link below and complete our survey, and we will then figure out the next best step for you. All right, Rob Tepper, over and out.